Hey friends, I'm so glad you could join me today while I plan the week of May 12th in my Makselife Digital Weekly Planner. This is an extra special week for me because at the end of the week, I'll be taking a trip with my BFF to Las Vegas where we are going to watch the final show of the Disturbed US tour. It's the 25th anniversary tour of the Sickness album being released. And we have meet and greet VIP tickets, so we'll be meeting the band. And so I am doing a little bit of a rock themed spread this week. So the first thing that I'm doing here is I'm bringing in a few pictures that I just grabbed from Disturbed's webpage. So I've got their logo and a couple of their album covers. And then I have these scrapbook papers that I got from Creative Fabrica that I am cropping down and using as backgrounds to make my own stickers here. So I'm just doing a little bit of layering to get these how I want them and just duplicating. Now, the really fun thing about that red background there, it looks like a really cool wallpaper, but it's actually a photo I took where my finger was accidentally over the lens, and so it turned out that way, and I just thought it was kind of cool. So I have a quote here, music is my therapy. I like that, so I'm going to grab that and grab a couple more of these wallpapers. Not wallpapers, but they're, scrapbook papers. So this will be actually the second time that I've been able to meet Disturbed. So I'm super excited to be able to have that experience again. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun being able to pair it with a trip to Las Vegas. Just going to move some things around here. I'm going to get them where I want them. I don't have a whole lot going on this week because um, I'm just really focused on work and getting some things done that need to be done before I go out. Because when I come back from this trip, I'm taking the rest of that week off as PTO. I'm just going to be at home. So I'll be doing quite a few things at home that week. But this week is just going to be chill, focused on work, and focused on prep for being away from work. So I'm just making a couple more stickers here. I use the shape tool to make that kind of teal square, and I just grabbed the color out of that concert poster below it so that it matches. And then I'm just going to take a big white square and just cover the whole right side of the page there because Friday is the day we are leaving. So I'm not going to be doing any actual planning Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I just want it to be um, blank. And I know that some of you may be screaming at me, this says May 5th and not May 12th. And yes, yes, it does. I realized that right as I finished up planning for the week. So um, I was able to just take the lasso tool when I was done here and just cut the whole thing and paste it onto the correct week because for this week of May 5th, I used the horizontal spread in this calendar and this planner and not the vertical. So I got myself a little confused. Right. Just fixing all of that. And I used that same red kind of border that I've been using to make some washi to go across the top and the bottom. And using this scrapbook paper here again to do some layering. So drop me a note in the comments if you guys have ever met someone famous or met a band before, and how was your experience? Who was it, and how did it go? Since I've met them before, I know that they were super cool, super nice when I met them the first time. I'm sure it will be the same again, but you hear horror stories sometimes about these things. Got a little piece of washi. I'm just turning that and using it to kind of make it look like a little piece of tape. Just kind of taping that album cover image sticker I made on there. And now I've just taken that teal square and I'm going to make myself a few checklists. So I'd previously turned that into a sticker, and I'd previously made myself a checklist just using the highlighter, making some dots there. You can see they're not perfectly straight. There's no align tool in Noteful, or at least not one that I found, which is disappointing, but that's okay. And I turn those into stickers, and so I can reuse it throughout the planner as needed. And then I'm just taking off a couple of those bottom dots that are in the way. Now it's time to actually go in and add some things to the checklist here. So I have my gym appointments on Tuesdays and a massage scheduled on Wednesday. And so I want to go ahead and get those in there. I say gym appointments because I am now taking a class at the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Thursday, I have a few, I guess I'll call them self-care appointments scheduled, just to get ready for the trip. So my lashes, my brows, and my nails, get those all done. I typically do that kind of thing on Friday, and I don't typically do it all in the same day, but um, this week I'll be doing those things on Thursday, and then just a note in there to remind myself to get packed up Thursday so I don't have to worry about it Friday when we leave. Now, let's see, Tuesday is my best friend's son's birthday. I want to make sure we get that on there. We'll be having a little party for him. And I am having lunch with a friend on Monday. So I want to get a little bit of cash. I don't like to travel without just at least some cash on me, because you never know what's going to happen or where you're going to end up, or the internet's going to be down and you can't use a debit card, or you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to grab some cash. I need to place my Chewy order for dog food and get some laundry done, of course, on Monday. And now I'm just going to fill in the details of the actual concert here on this little poster type thing that I turned into a sticker. And I think that is looking great. Just going to move a couple of things around, capitalize some things so it's all the same, and get everything aligned. All right, that's it for today's planning session. I hope this gave you a little inspiration for your own planner this week. If you enjoyed planning with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. I'd love to hear how you're setting up your next week, so drop a comment and let's chat. Until next time, happy planning.